LDBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Boxing and MMA Show live. And let me tell you do something. Let me tell you do something right now, okay? Listen, man. Dana White had pretty much, he already said it, that Conor McGregor not getting back in the ring. He not getting back in the ring with Nate Diaz, but Conor McGregor pretty much, he said, look, I'm getting back in the ring with Nate Diaz. See, here's one thing I noticed, and I know about Conor McGregor. Dana White don't call the shots. Conor McGregor called his own shots, okay? He called the shots. And he's in a position in the UFC where he can do that. But I'm going to tell you something, man. Conor McGregor, literally, and when the coach says literally, Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz almost broke this dude's will. Because I constantly saw Conor McGregor looking up at the clock, man, and he was wanting this fight to be over. Conor McGregor didn't want to go back in there, man. After round 2 and after round 3, Conor McGregor did not want to go back in there, man. This dude was gassed out. But I really just want to talk about the fight itself, okay? You know what? This is the third UFC that Coach Shelton Harrison done paid for. I paid for UFC 200, UFC 2... No, wait a minute, 4 or 5. I paid for 198. I paid for UFC 200, UFC 201, and UFC 202. I paid for those. I paid for those because I knew it was going to be worth the money. You look at the matchups and you look at the rankings of the matchups. I mean, you can't get no better than what we're seeing, y'all. And people, that's just the way that is. That's just the way that is. You can't get any better than what we're seeing, man. Nate Diaz, man, is a warrior, man. But I was telling everybody, I said, if this fight is close, Nate Diaz is going to get robbed, man. Because, see, Nate Diaz, I'm going to tell you, people like Chris Cyborg, Nate Diaz, people like, Valentina Shevchenko, people like, who else, man? Oh, Amanda Nunes, Holly Holm. These people, they're going to always, and a coach means always, okay? They're going to always get screwed over by UFC because they don't play the ASS kissing game. They just don't play that game, okay? They're not into kissing Dana White's butt. They just don't do it, okay? And, I pretty much think, man, that Dana is trying to find a way to make Nate Diaz go away. And with that being said, Conor McGregor is going to insist on fighting Nate Diaz. Conor McGregor can't let it go. He can't let it go, man. Because, see, he still wants to be the one that dominates. And people know, man, that he didn't dominate this fight. You see, in a way, it was still a victory for Nate Diaz. Even though I think he got robbed, it was still a victory. It was still a big, major victory for Nate Diaz because, see, the fact of the matter is, y'all, is that Nate Diaz was not supposed to win. He wasn't supposed to do any of this. He's the guy, man, that really, they treat him, really, man, he crap. That's what they treat him like. And that's the sense, man. They don't want to let this guy hardly talk, man. They don't hardly want to let this guy say anything on the microphone. And when he expresses himself, they try to cut him off, man. Nate Diaz is probably one of the most truthful people in the UFC. He told it like it is. He said, man, I know these people don't want me to win. I know they don't want me to win. And I know they want me to come down here and lose all these fights. I know that. See, Nate Diaz let it all. He told the truth. Nate Diaz told some truth last night. And he told some truth in the post-fight. Man, this dude going to keep telling the truth. And that's why they don't want him in that level. They don't want him in that position, man. They had to get this dude up out of there, man. And they're going to try it again. But, see, Conor McGregor is going to insist on fighting Nate Diaz. I'm telling you, that's what he's going to do. And Conor McGregor is going to get that fight. I really want to talk about, me and the dialogue with a lot of the fans that I had. I really enjoyed talking to a lot of the UFC fans that came on my channel last night. I enjoyed it. It's really a break from the idiotic fans of boxing. It really is. I mean, now I got some people that I'm cool with, that I talk boxing with. But for the most part, those folks are like a dime a dozen, y'all. They're like a dime a dozen. Like, you rarely find like a handful of people that you can just have conversations with. With boxing, the majority of the people that you talk to, they're either racist or they're trolls, man, trying to get something started, man. Or they're just trying to come on your channel and they get all emotional over your opinion. I noticed that the UFC people who were fans of Conor McGregor, because I said I thought he lost, they didn't get all emotional. It was probably one dude. And the worst thing that I got last night was a shut up. That's the worst thing. That's the worst thing. Ain't nobody say nothing about race, and ain't nobody say nothing, colored and nigga. Ain't nobody say that. You see, I think we need to demand more. We really need to demand more, guys. We need to demand more out of boxing. Because the UFC is giving me what I want. They're giving me what I want. And right now, y'all, I'm kind of pro UFC. I'm pro MMA right now. I really am. I just am. And I'm not so pro boxing, man. I love boxing, and boxing is always the first love. But I'm kind of pro MMA because they're just doing what we want them to do. We're seeing who we want. And then you had Anthony Rumble Johnson immediately turn to Daniel Cormier. Let's fight. For some reason, it's them MMA fighters, man. They want to fight the best. They really and truly want to fight the best because they have to know they're the best. No, we got characters like Canelo. We got characters like Canelo, man. We got him, dude, don't want to fight Triple G. But he'll fight Kell Brook if Kell Brook defeats Triple G. But he don't want to beat the winner of Kell Brook and Triple G. I don't get that. Then you got Gennady Golovkin, who, yes, he did. He ducked Andre Ward. Say what you want to say. His own trainer said that they ducked Andre Ward. He don't want no parts of Andre Ward. You got Billy Joe Saunders don't want no parts of Triple G. And the negotiations between Chris Eubanks Sr. and Triple G got messed up. We don't know who lying. We don't know who messed it up. All the speculation up in the air. You got Manny Pacquiao don't want to fight Terrence Crawford, and then you got Adrian Broner and Danny Garcia who don't want to fight Manny Pacquiao. I mean, are you guys starting to see like the total, and I'm gonna refrain from cussing, but the total nonsense that's happening in boxing? Like, this is what we have to put up with. We're not even making videos about fights anymore. We're making videos about the political aspect of boxing. Go look on most of the channels that you sub to on YouTube about boxing, and I guarantee you, we ain't even talking about fights because we're not getting no good fights anyway. We're talking about fights that we really want to see. We're talking about this guy being afraid of this guy. I mean, that's all we're talking about. UFC, hey man, everybody and their mama talking about Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor. Everybody and their mama talking about Daniel Cormier versus Anthony Rumble Johnson. Everybody and their mama talking about the return of John Bones Jones. That's what we're talking about. When we talk about these fighters, we're not getting excited over Canelo and Liam Smith. We're not getting excited over Triple G and Kell Brook. We're not getting excited over Manny and Jesse Vargas, although I am pulling for Jesse Vargas. The reason why I'm pulling for Jesse Vargas is because, Manny took this fight thinking that he would have an easy win over Jesse Vargas. That's what he thought. And I hope Jesse Vargas lands that deadly right hand of his. I hope he do. And I hope Jesse Vargas win this fight. Because I'm not even going to take a dump on Jesse Vargas, man. The dude is a tough fighter, man. I just don't think he got the footwork right now to deal with Manny Pacquiao. As a matter of fact, right after this video's over, I'm going to make a motivational video to Jesse Vargas, man. Forget that. Because you know what? I'm sick and tired, man. I'm tired of us getting these fights where we're always dealing with the freaking underdogs. We're dealing with underdogs, trying to, overcome these, just crazy odds that they're not going to be able to overcome, man, in reality. They just not. Some fighters get lucky, but that's less than 1%, man, who will actually get in there and beat somebody that they're highly favored to lose to. That's just how it is. But see, this is boxing. And you dudes are crazy. It's even people talking about, yeah, man, I'm going to still go support that Gennady Golovkin and Kell. I'm going to buy that fight. Oh, really? Really? I mean, you're going to buy that fight. See, this is what I mean. This is the kind of stuff I mean. You shouldn't buy the fights. I don't care who it is, man. I don't care who the fighter is. If they're fighting people that's lackluster, you don't buy the fight. That's just how it is, okay? That's how I feel. That's my opinion. I don't see me trying to buy no fights of anybody. Of anybody that can't fight somebody if the matchup is not evenly matched up. And then you got everybody, every time Lomachenko want to fight a big fight, for some reason there's something wrong with the money. And it ain't Lomachenko's fault because he's not in charge of the money. Okay? It's the promoter's fault. They're in charge of the money. But I mean, see, this is what we talk about in boxing. No, UFC, these fights were spectacular. I mean, I got what I paid for. Coach Shelton Harrison got what he paid for. I got it. And you know what? And I'm going to buy UFC 203. I'm buying it. I'm going to buy 204. I'm going to buy 205. I'm going to buy all the UFCs because the sport of boxing, they need to start, understanding what we as fans, what we want. They need to give us what we want. Just because a fighter loses, we're not going to condemn the fighter. Okay, we want to see intriguing matchup. We got too many guys with O's on their resume, too many guys fighting guys that ain't fought guys that won't fight guys, and that's just the way that is. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.